How majestic are the attributes of God? His attributes *. Be alert. Just as recognizing the existence of God through studying the mysteries of creation is easy, understanding his attributes requires great precision and care. You might be wondering why. The answer is clear: God's essence is unlike anything we have seen or heard. Therefore, the first condition for recognizing God's attributes is to negate all qualities of created beings from his sacred essence. This means not comparing him to any of the limited creatures in the world of nature. Here, things become tricky because we have grown up in nature. Our contact has been with nature. We've become familiar with it. Hence, we tend to measure everything by its standards. In other words, everything we have seen is physical, having time and place, dimensions and forms. Yet, imagining a God who has no body, no time, no place, and, at the same time, encompasses all times and places, who is limitless in every way, is a challenging task. It requires that we tread carefully. However, it is very important to note that we will never truly comprehend the essence of God, nor should we expect to. Expecting this would be like trying to fit the vast ocean into a small container, or expecting a child still in the womb to be aware of everything happening in the world. Is such a thing possible? This is where even a small misstep can lead a person miles away from the true path of knowing God, and cause them to wander in the rocky terrain of idol worship and the veneration of creatures. Be careful. In summary, we must be mindful not to compare the attributes of God with those of his creatures. The attributes of beauty and majesty. Generally, God's attributes are divided into two categories: affirmative attributes, those that God possesses, and negative attributes, those from which God is free. Now, the question arises, how many attributes does God have? The answer is that God's attributes are, in one sense, infinite and limitless, and in another sense, they are encapsulated in one attribute, because all of God's affirmative attributes can be summarized by the following sentence. However, in another sense, since perfections and imperfections exist in degrees, meaning infinite perfections and infinite imperfections can be imagined, it can be said that God possesses infinite affirmative attributes and infinite negative attributes. Every perfection that can be imagined, he possesses, and every imperfection that can be imagined, he is free from. Thus, the affirmative and negative attributes of God are limitless. The most famous attributes of God, the most well-known affirmative attributes of God are summed up in the following famous verse: all-knowing, all-powerful, living, willing, and perceiving, eternal and unchanging, and the speaker of truth. 1. God is all-knowing. This means he knows everything. 2. God is all-powerful. This means he is capable of everything. 3. God is living. This means he is alive. For a living being is one who possesses both knowledge and power. Since God is both all-knowing and all-powerful, he is thus living. 4. God is willing. This means he has will and is not compelled by anything. Every action he performs has purpose and wisdom, and nothing in the heavens or the earth is without philosophy and purpose. 5. God is perceiving. This means he comprehends everything, sees everything, hears all sounds, and is aware of all things. 6. God is eternal and unchanging. This means he has always existed and has no beginning, for his existence arises from his essence. Because of this, he is eternal and everlasting. He who derives his existence from himself has no need for death or non-existence. 7. God is the speaker of truth. This means everything he says is true and corresponds to reality. For lying is either the result of ignorance or weakness, and it is impossible for God, who is all-knowing and all-powerful, to lie. And the most famous negative attributes of God are summarized in the following verse: he is neither composed of parts, nor corporeal, nor visible, nor associated with any partners, nor is he subject to deficiency or need. He is the self-sufficient creator. 1. God is not composed of parts. This means he has no components. If he did, he would be dependent on his parts, but he is free from any need. 2. God is not a body. This means he is not a physical body, for every body is limited, changeable, and perishable. 3. God is not visible. This means he cannot be seen, for if he could be seen, he would be a body and thus limited and perishable. 4. God does not have a place. This means he is not bound by a location, for he is not a body and does not require a place. 5. God has no partner. This means he has no equal, for if he had a partner, that partner would necessarily be limited, as two unlimited beings are impossible. Moreover, the unity of the laws of this world is a sign of his singularity. 6. God has no deficiency. This means his attributes are identical with his essence. 7. God is self-sufficient. This means he is free from need, for he is infinite in knowledge, power, and all things, and lacks nothing. The Holy Quran says, there is nothing like him. Quran 42-11.